In last lecture, we learned about the string interpolation, which is the one of the data binding type in Angular, and which is a one-way data binding. In Angular, there are three types of data binding: the property binding, second is event binding, and third is two-way data binding. So, in this lecture, we will learn about the property binding. So, property binding is used to set a property of DOM element, the component, or a directive. It used to bind a value from a component class to a property of the element in the template. And the syntax of the property binding is square bracket, and the property is equal to whatever the variable name or expression. Okay, so it's just nothing but binding from component to the view, that is HTML. It is again a one-way data binding, but data bindings in the one-way data binding, the value cannot the change. We cannot the change the value in the property binding. Okay, but in a string interpolation that we learned in the last lecture, in that one we can change the value by changing variable name. Okay, so let's take an example of property binding. So I will define some image URL here. Okay, and we will display this image on the screen. So let's define image source alt variable, some image description, we'll apply some style, width 200 px, height 180 px. Okay, and now let's try with the string interpolation. Okay, so we will define image our variable which we define in the TypeScript. Okay, and in this way also you can you can display the image on the URL. But let's do the property binding. So in order to apply the property binding, right, so this is the source is the src. Okay, source is the property of the image. So I will do this, I will close this source to in square bracket. Okay, and I will remove this curly braces, and this is how we can apply the property binding. Okay, and let's save it. And now if you see, the image is there, right? So what we did, we define the variable, and then with the help of this square bracket we bind this value to the image source. Okay, let's try for this alt as well. So we will define this square bracket and we'll give some variable name. So first we'll define this variable in the TypeScript in our component, something like image description is equal to this is a sample image. Okay, and we'll define this property binding like this. Oops. Binding like this and save it. Obviously we'll get some error. Okay, let's save TypeScript. I did not save the TypeScript, so okay, now we are good. And let's go to the our page. You don't see any change, but if you go to the inspect panel to see the alt for our image, select this image and you will see the alt value is this is a sample image, and this is nothing but the property binding in Angular. In our next lecture we will learn about the event binding and the two-way data binding.